It's time for the Jesse T Show. Good to have you along with me. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Jesse Torero. We're broadcasting from the Gray Ghost today because I have been out and about all over Southern California. And we've been, well, I've probably done about 400 miles today, maybe 350 miles or so. Taking care of some real estate business, going in some areas, and we talked about earlier today. But it's good to have you along with me. It's going to be a great show we got lined up for you here at www.thepowerofvoices.com. Also, that's our global radio network here, as we're tying into that right now. Saying hi to Michael Lamelli and Dean Ambrose. Thank you very much for checking in with us. Of course, the car has to park right in front of me, just right in front of me. That's the way it always is, you know. No one parks in this spot forever and ever and ever, but an automobile has to park right in front of me right now. Saying hi to Patrick Kilpatrick. What's happening, Patrick Kilpatrick? Hey, buddy, he's got a brand new book out. You got to check out Patrick Kilpatrick's book. It's on, it's everywhere. And give me the title of that again, Patrick, so I can pump it up here for you. We're going to have you on the show here coming up here when you get back in town. I know you're taking some time off. You've been on that book circuit scene. Yes. And I can't wait to get my copy. Patrick, I need to get my copy. That's right. Oh, he's going to make me go buy one, I know. But that's okay. I'll donate to your cause. I will donate to your cause. Yes, I'm a giving soul. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. Jesse T, good to have you along with me at www.thepowerofvoices.com. Also on Facebook.com/Jesse Torero. And also, I can't forget about our friends checking us out on YouTube, my channel, Jesse Torero, and a couple other places right now. You know, when we broadcast live from the Gray Ghost, and when we're out remote, sometimes we can't pick up all the places we normally can pick up online here and live. But I guess this guy's going to want to park right here too. Guess I'm going to have to move because everybody's starting to jam in around me here, so I may have to move my spot here. Perfect light, of course, but I think a lot of the guys are going out to the baseball diamond behind me. But nevertheless, no, he's going to park right here, isn't he? That's right. This guy's going to park right here. Yes, of course. Just in front of me. That's the way it always is. We got to say hi to our friends at thepowerofvoices.com, www.thepowerofvoices. That is our primary channel, and that's our platform that we broadcast out on and radiate out from. And so I wanted to kind of give that a pop up there. Saying hi to Maria Stegler, who's checking in. Thanks a lot, Maria, for checking into the Jesse T Show as we start to load them up here and get them going live, because that ain't no jive, baby. We're doing what we're doing. In fact, now I got the parking attendants coming here. You never know what's going to happen with Jesse T. We got parking enforcement. We got everything checking in here. My goodness gracious, it's amazing how Jesse T creates a audience wherever he goes. I think he's going into the fire department. Yeah, there we go. Well, you know, I just might get myself in trouble. Pretty enough, the Burbank Police Department's probably going to show up and is going to say, "Hey, Jesse T, what are you doing, man?" Hey, saying hi to John, who has us on. Thanks a lot, John. Appreciate that. For checking in with us. Today we're going to cover something here on the Jesse T Show. We need to cover it because the elections, or November 6th, are coming up here in the state of California. And, of course, across the nation, obviously, the federal elections with the Congress and the Senate, we have to keep the Congress and keep the Senate, ladies and gentlemen. So get out there and vote on November 6th. It's up to you, conservative independents, to bring it in. A lot of walkaway movement is happening right now, too, in the Democratic Party, the demon crazies. That's right. But the Republican Party, sometimes I have question marks about them, too. But they seem to be doing much better now. I'm glad we got Kavanaugh online, and President Trump is winning again quite a bit. Winning again. I post up all his wins here because I get tired of hearing people tell me that he's not winning, that he's not doing anything, that he's just a racist and he's just a bad guy. And really, he isn't. He just hired a gay man for one of the very important department posts the departments here in Washington, D.C. Unbelievable. He's hired African Americans, he's hired LGBTQ people, he's hired Latinos and Hispanics and Asians. You know, President Trump is not racist, far from it in that respect. He's always had a large congregation of people around him that have been from all walks of life and all walks of types of religions and race, and he has been very universal. If you just go back and look in his history, in fact, if this means anything, he even had a African American girlfriend for some time. I mean, a lot of you didn't know that. If he was such a racist, bigot, discriminating, prejudicial man, of course he would be part of the KKK and all that stuff. He wouldn't want to have any of that near him, right? It just doesn't make sense. You know, 1 and 1 always is 2. 1 and 1 does not make 6. Okay, and that's what the demon crazies try to do. So, but on the federal level, we got to keep the House, we got to keep the Senate, because we got to get more stuff done over the next 6 years. Because in my opinion, we got 6 years of making money, baby. We got 6 years of positivity. If you're not making money during this 6 years, there's something wrong with you in these last 2 years. You got to be getting out there and hustling it up, because this is the time. Business is good. Just as a report came out, there's 7 million new jobs in America, and there's only 6 million people to replace them. That means there's 1 million jobs, all kinds of jobs for you to get along with and get going. All kinds of different levels, from professional jobs to regular jobs. Saying hi to my friend Cy Richardson, one of the great character actors in Hollywood for many, many decades. Cy, I love you, baby. He sang at my wedding with Mama T and I, and he's the best. I love Cy. Just a great man and a terrific acting teacher. He's got a great method, and he doesn't do that too much anymore, but you see him in a lot of things. Of course, his big breakout movie was Repo Man with Emilio Estevez way back in the day. Remember that one? Yeah, he played that gutsy, crazy Repo Man. You know, I just loved him. Took out the .45 and shot it, and it was just great. Cy has done so many movies. He wrote the movie Posse with Mario Van Peebles. Cy was the writer on that, and he's done a lot of writing, a lot of theater work too. So great to have Cy joining us. But anyhow, saying hi to all the people who are joining us on YouTube as well as the Power of Voices. We're starting to get chimed in that way too as well. As we're going to talk a little bit about what's happening in the state of California today. November 6th is just around the corner, about 19 days away, and we have to take our state back. We cannot let them keep dipping their greasy back money's hands into our pockets and taking our money, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter whether you're a demon crazy Democrat or you're a Republican. I don't care what you are. Whatever you are, you can't let the state take the money. And you've been far too lax to allow Governor Governor Ding Dong Brown take our money, and the state assembly here in the state of California and the state senate. We've got to get that back and get them in check, because this state is unbelievable what we're not doing for the people living in this state, like repairing the dams and the roads and the bridges, taking care of the forests and all the dead trees and things like that. That's why we have these giant fires. And we need to get some more police and guarding our security on the border. You know, there's 4,000 Hondurans coming across Mexico right now. The Hondurans have been threatened and told by President Trump, we're going to pull your funding if you don't stop them. Mexico has got their warning too, and Mexico sent a whole bunch of federale police out there today, and they're going to try to break that up and stop that. 4,000 people are about ready in about a week or so to hit our border, and I hope President Trump calls the United States military out there. It'll be the first time that's happened, but it's about gosh darn time. We can't let our border be besieged by illegal aliens just because they want a better life. Hey, too bad you were born in that country. It's not our problem. You know, it's your problem. But you want to come to this country, come here legally. Got no problem with that. Everybody else did before you came here legally, so why can't you? If you think you're going to come across the border, oh man, you can't. We got to get that wall built. We got to get some more money down on the border here in California. Well, also, we got our harbors to take care of. We got our infrastructure, our power lines, and our power grid here in the state. There's so much that hasn't been done by Governor Boondoggle Brown. That guy is unbelievable. I think he's gone absolutely insane. I think he's insane in the membrane. But anyhow, we've got to keep them in check here in the state of California. There was a big rally out today at Walmart in Burbank. I wasn't able to make it. I was tracking down and trying to keep one of my deals together in escrow, which was absolutely more important because I had a buyer and a seller, and I got to make it happen for them. Then I get paid, you know what I mean? But not till they do, then I get. So I'm like the last rung in the ladder, but I had to keep that deal together, and we were able finally at the late part of the afternoon here, I got it together, and it's still going ahead. So that's a good thing. You know, hey man, I am the magic man when it comes to solving solutions and problems and like that, when it comes to doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I just got a knack for that. I always find a way in which to make this stuff come together and stick together like glue, like cement, like crazy glue, you know? So, in Burbank, California, at Walmart, the 2-day bus tour, it's called Vote Yes on Proposition 6. Now, you know, I mostly always say no on these propositions as I hiccup my way through it, but vote yes, because what the state did to us at the last minute here, guys, they're trying to confuse you on the ballot. Okay, now really, tell your friends, I don't care whether you're a DNC or an RNC, I don't care what you are, you have to put gas in your automobile. And if you're not putting gas in your automobile, you're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere, man. You got to put gas in your automobile. You like the gas prices here in California, almost over $4. I saw something at $4.79, pushing $5, $4.89 at a Chevron station, when the rest of the country's at about $2.89. Are you kidding me? That's because those nincompoops and those corrupt lying rat bastards up there in the state at Sacramento are taking our money. Yes, yeah, that's right, man. Governor Brown, you know what he did about last year? He imposed upon us, without the voters, he imposed upon us a 25% gas tax, 25-cent gas raise, because, to fix the dams and bridges and the roads. Hey, how many roads have you been seeing fixed? You know how many cars are in the mechanic shops because their suspension and things are getting broke because you hit these potholes, because the roads shake you on the freeway? That's Caltrans. That's the state, the freeway system, shaking the car feels like it's, you're on a vibrator machine. I mean, that can be kind of fun at times, but certainly not while you're driving down the highways and the byways in Southern California, for that matter, all over California. So, you know, we got to do some stuff here. And the state is stealing our money. And that's why they did this. Because they want your money, baby. They want your money, guys. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying to you. They want your money, and they're going to get it. If you aren't smart, if you don't have some logic and common sense, they're going to get your money, and they're going to get it, and they're going to keep getting it, and they're going to take more. Gruesome Newsom, you can't vote for Gruesome Newsom. Do you know what he did to San Francisco? I mean, he made what Willie Brown do in San Francisco look like a kindergarten chump change. Gruesome Newsom, they got trash problems, they got homeless problems, they got pooping and peeing problems, they got hypodermic needle problems, they got throwing up problems, they got so many problems in San Francisco right now, they don't know what to do with themselves. I mean, the tourists, the big corporations are not setting up their conventions there anymore because people are afraid of those people in San Francisco. You know why? Because Gruesome Newsom left that city in a shambles. Total in a shambles. His left-wing, liberal, progressive, socialist, communist theories did not work. Did not work in San Francisco. Look at San Francisco, you can thank Gruesome Newsom. Hey man, he's a handsome guy. He's got a good smile. Don't let that fool you, ladies. Don't let that fool you, guys. Don't let that fool you. He's got a good smile. He's handsome. He's suave and all that stuff. Hey man, don't let that fool you. The guy is going to take your money, and he doesn't care. He's going to make Governor Brown look like a chump. He's going to make them look like kindergarten, and they know it. That's progressive movement, the socialist commie movement is insane in the membrane. So you can't let Gruesome Newsom become governor of the state of California. You got to vote for the guy, whether you're a DNC or not. John Cox, a businessman, you got to vote for him, man. He's going to cut and slice and dice. He's going to get this state back in order, man. We're going to get the money going to the right places. Sanctuary cities have got to go. They're breaking California. They're totally destroying Los Angeles. This is sanctuary. They're pooping in the sidewalks. We have a rat typhoid problem down in downtown LA because baggy shaggy pants Garcetti won't do anything about it. They keep cutting the police. They keep cutting all that stuff. They keep cutting the maintenance department. They keep cutting the street cleaners because they don't want to spend the money because they put it in their pockets. The city council in the city of Los Angeles here makes $195,000 a year. $195,000 a year. How many people do you know make $195,000 a year? Are you going to put up with that? They go home to their palaces and castles in the sky, living the good life, $195,000 a year. You know what that is? That's just under $3,000 a week. Yeah. That's just under $3,000 a week. Wouldn't it be nice? And what do? They get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and they figure out devious ways to take your money. And do what with it? What have we got? We got typhoid problems in downtown Los Angeles because there's so many rats. And in San Diego, they had a hepatitis A outbreak a year and a half to 2 years ago because the human excrement. It's not like dog poop, guys. It's not like animal poop. That stuff hardens up. Have you ever been on the trails running and you've seen coyote scat or a bobcat scat? Hey, man, that stuff's hard like rock. But now human excrement, it pulverizes into dust. That's right, because we're different biological beings. And it pulverizes into dust as it decomposes and then goes in the air with the wind. And they had a hepatitis A problem in San Diego. They had to shut down the old town and clean it up for like 2 months. You know, it's unbelievable. They have the hazmat teams out there shooting down toxins on the streets of San Diego. What is going on? Don't you people get it? Can't you put one and one together? Man, sanctuary cities have got to go. It's not the place. All these illegals coming here. Have you been down to MacArthur Park in Los Angeles lately? Come on, man. You used to be able to get crack, meth, marijuana, lewds, speed, reds. You used to be able to get fake ID, social security cards, driver's license. You used to be able to get whores, prostitutes, anything you wanted down there, man. They've cleaned it up a little bit, but it's horrible. It's horrible. That place used to be a beautiful place in my lifetime. In my lifetime, and I'm only 58, brothers and sisters, in my lifetime, MacArthur Park was nice at one time. You go down there now, you send your girlfriend down there, your wife, your mom, your grandma down there, man, and let them just walk around. And see what, are you going to do that? Oh, man, you kidding me? MS-13, that's like little Guatemala down there. That's like little El Salvador and Honduras. And who rules that part of the world? MS-13. They are horrendous. They make the Crips and the Bloods in 18th Street look silly. About the Mexican cartels are about as bad as they are. MS-13, man, they are totally in control down there. It's horrible. Sanctuary cities, illegal immigration. Man, we got to stop that November 6th. Vote for John Cox. He, in the San Fernando Valley right here, I've known this guy for 40 years. Congressman Tony Cardenas, District 29, I think. The heart of the San Fernando Valley. He has got allegations of misconduct, sexual misconduct with a teenager from 15, 20 years ago. Are you kidding me? I would have never thought that guy would ever have that come up against him. Now, you know, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's allegations. But let me tell you something. He's a Democrat congressman in the United States House of Representatives. He's up for re-election. He's going against Benito Bernal, a Republican. Okay? Guy who works every day. Not a professional politician. Tony's been a professional politician for at least 35 years. Now, he's done some good stuff for me. Human trafficking and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I love the guy. But the first judge, when his attorneys went in there to get it tossed out, said, no, you got something here. So they did some legalese stuff. The second judge they put it in front of said, no, the argument isn't sound. There's some things here. The third judge did the same thing. Now, I got to tell you something. You're innocent until proven guilty, right? Yeah, but we can't put him back in Congress because all he's going to be thinking about is this trial. That's it. He's not going to be thinking about the 29th district. His butt is on the line. And I hope it comes off that he is innocent because he's an all right guy. I've known him for a long time. But we can't put him back in Congress. He's going to be thinking about something else. Looking for his butt. Think about that. You got to go Republican and get that middle of the state, the middle of the San Fernando Valley. Benito Bernal. You only got 2 votes. the guy who's got sexual allegations against him for misconduct with a teenager, Tony Cardenas, congressman, and I hope he's innocent because I've known the guy forever, but you can't put him back in the seat. You can't do it. Like you can't put Maxine Waters back in the seat. The congressman out there in the downtown LA area. She's got 3 allegations from the House Ethics Committee of proliferating and stealing campaign money and giving it to her family and backing a bank that should have never happened in her district. You can't put these people that have these allegations back in. I'm sorry. Yes, proven innocent until proven guilty, right? Innocent until proven guilty. But that's all they're going to think about, guys. Saving their own asses. They can come back later on and run again. They can come back later on and run again. It's not like the president. Okay? So you can't put them back in the system. You just can't do it. Benito Bernal, Republican. Got to vote him in. He's going to be on the show, on the Jesse T show, in about 10 days or so. Assembly District, State Assembly District, it's like the Congress in the state of California. They're called the Assemblymen and Women. The Assemblyman, Ricardo Benitez. Ricardo Benitez, you got to vote for him. That's District 39. Lots of corruption. Lots of corruption in that district. Polanco was, I known him too. He had to give up the seat because of misconduct with sexual allegations on the campaign trail. He quit and resigned because of that. Patty Lopez won it. She did a pretty good job, but she just was a newbie. She was too much of a newbie. And the system, the Democratic system, the crazy system that runs the Latino and Hispanic DNC here in California just beat her up. She was Democrat too. So the seat is up for grabs, and we got to get some Republican blood in there. Ricardo is a guy who's been working hard. He's worked as assistants for city council members. He understands how it works in the state of California. He's a Republican. He'll be on the show hopefully before November 6th again. Ricardo Benitez, Assembly District 39. We got to get some change, some new blood over there, man. We got to get some new blood over there because the DNC has made District 39 look like a sewer pit. Guys, you got to understand something. I've been in this Los Angeles area for 56 years of my 58 years of life. I have seen when it was nice. I have seen when there was no graffiti. I have seen when there was respect and honor for women. I have seen when there was no trash and hypodermic needles and drug addicts and gang members everywhere. I have seen when there was no drive-by shooting. I have seen when street after street after street after. I've been selling real estate for 40 years in this town. I've been around the real estate business since I was 10 years old. My mother was a real estate agent for Red Carpet Realty in 1970. I have seen when street and house and street after street and house were nice, and there were only just small pockets of barrio or ghetto or white trailer trash. You got to understand something. I have the understanding of what was, and it could be today, but we've let it go. We've just put corrupt, power-hungry sons of a bitches in Congress, in the Assembly, in the Senate, that run this town, the mayors. We haven't had a decent mayor since Reardon. Tom Bradley was pretty good. I didn't mind Tom Bradley, and he was a Democrat. I liked Tom Bradley, but that was before term limits with the mayors. And I think Tom Bradley did a lot of good things. I really do. Reardon, I think, was great. Everybody else is just, Got to understand something. I'm not coming from just been here for a few years. I've been here a long, long time. And I want it to be better. And it's disgusting to me what has happened throughout LA County and LA City. It makes me just puke. There has to be change. And unfortunately, the only change we can go is Republican. There's got to be some fresh ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't keep putting the same scumbags in office. If you want something different in life, you got to change it today. You can't keep putting them in office. The state of California has got some problems. And the only way we're going to solve it, vote John Cox, vote Benito Bernal, and in your district, vote Republican, and vote Assemblyman Ricardo Benitez. Proposition 1. I'm going to go over these propositions, okay, because it's unbelievable. First off, vote yes on 6 to repeal the gas tax. We can all get around that. Nobody likes their pocketbook hit, right? Right? Yes on 6 to repeal the gas tax here in California. It's a statewide initiative. Yes on 6 to repeal the gas tax. Gavin Newsom wants that to stay. Proposition 1. What is Proposition 1? Okay. Proposition 1. Okay, I'm reading it as I go. Okay. Well, let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. Sometimes this thing doesn't let me do this, and sometimes it doesn't. I'm working off of this, guys, so bear with me for a second. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. You know, it's really a bummer is when you can't see anything anymore. That's really a bummer. Is when you can't see anything, even with glasses on. Hey, what's up, Julie? I'm going over the propositions here in the state of California, but I'm trying to get a version that I can see that's big enough for me to see. Because I can't see some. Okay, let's go this way. All right. Okay. Proposition 1. Hey, what's happening, Patty? Good to have you along. We're going over the propositions here, and we got to watch our pocketbooks because the politicians want to take our money. Proposition 1, November 6th, authorizes bonds, that means takes your money, okay, to fund specified housing assistance programs, legislative statutes. Okay, it funds housing assistance programs. Okay, well, what does that mean? It authorizes $4 billion in general obligation bonds for existing affordable housing programs for low-income residents, veterans, farm workers, manufactured and mobile homes, infill and transit-oriented housing. Fiscal impact: increased state costs to repay bonds averaging about $170 million annually over the next 35 years. Oh, isn't that great? We get to pay for people to get housing. Isn't that just great? Instead of putting these people back to getting them more jobs and chasing away great corporations to the states of Texas and Arizona and Memphis and Georgia because of our major stake in tax burden against corporations who are leaving this state by the droves. That way unemployment is going up and people aren't working and making as much money and have to work at McDonald's and getting replaced by kiosks. Oh, isn't that just great? Let's just tax you and me to put these people in houses. How are they going to afford the houses after we put them in it. You know what's going to happen? They're going to get foreclosed on. That's what's going to happen. And I'm going to end up selling those houses. No. Thank you. No. Okay. Proposition number 2. Let's go to proposition number 2. Authorizes bonds to fund existing housing programs for individuals with mental illness. No. Need I say more? No. No. Absolutely not. Why do I want to give mental ill people houses? Heck, if I'm going to give houses to anybody, and I'm no on that, I'll give them to veterans. Veterans need houses. In fact, I would vote yes on one if it was just for veterans. Okay? If it was just for veterans, I would, but it isn't. They encompass all the other crap in there. Okay? I would vote yes on one if it was just for veterans, but it isn't, so no. And why would I want to give mentally ill people a house? Oh, isn't that great? You want a crazy living by you? Some crazy nutcase who's like talking to himself and 14 other personality traits? Who's babbling and walking around naked in their backyard? Are you insane? No! Thank you. Proposition 3. Yeah, you didn't know this was going to be so fiery, right? Proposition 3 authorizes bonds to fund projects for water supply and quality watershed, fish, wildlife, water convenience, and groundwater sustainability and storage initiative statute. Get rid of the sanctuary cities. You know, when we had the big rainstorms last year, Governor El Stupido Baggy Pants Brown, Ding Dong Brown, flew to Florida because the Orville Dam up north was about ready to crack open. Remember the spillway that was totally breaking apart because it hadn't been maintained for 35 or 40 years, and that dam was overflowing and it was about ready to crack where 300,000 people were going to be drowned under 5 feet of water? And we didn't have the money to fix it? So stupid old baggy pants, nincompoop, moonchild, idiot Brown, amnesia Brown, flies to Florida and asks Trump for federal money, and Trump said, get rid of the sanctuary cities. Yeah, get rid of helping the illegal aliens. Yeah, get rid of all the freebies in this state. Yeah, like federal, like state housing, like the housing authority, Section 8. Yeah, let's quit paying for them. Yeah, then maybe we would have the money. No on 3. Bonds mean they want to take your money. Authorize number 4, Proposition 4. Authorizes bonds funding construction at hospitals, providing children's health care initiative statute. I am not a tax guy. This authorizes $1.5 billion in bonds to be repaid for states' general fund to fund grants for construction, expansion, renovation, and equipping of qualifying children's hospitals. Fiscal impact: $80 million annually over the next 35 years has to be repaid by the bonds. Okay, I got to tell you, I love children, but no. I'm sorry. No. The state needs to end sanctuary cities. Thank you. They need to take all that federal money that they're getting for illegal aliens, and they need to start doing that. We are the highest tax state in the United States of America, even more than New York City. We are the highest, New York State, the highest tax state in the country. They take so much of your earned money, ladies and gentlemen. They have more money. They raise more money than they know what to do with, but they piss it away for stupid programs to help people that forget them. Why don't you help the people that are hard-working California citizens, that are the hard-working people, that are citizens. Get rid of the sanctuary cities. You work hard to make your money. I have to work hard to make my money. I ain't got no money if I don't work. Ain't nobody come to my rescue. No. Sorry. I love kids. Parents should take care of their kids. There's enough hospitals. They're just filled full of illegal aliens in the emergency ward. They're filled full of people that are homeless. The homeless people go in there and camp out. Have you been down to your local county hospital lately? Proposition 5. Change requirements for certain property owners to transfer their property tax base to replacement property initiative. No! They're trying to get into Proposition 13 over and over and over. These greedy scumbag politicians have been trying to get into Proposition 13. You don't want them. Property owners, no on 5. Don't change nothing to Proposition 13. Thank you. 6. Eliminate certain road repair and transportation funding requiring certain fuel taxes and vehicle fees approved by the electorate. That is 6. Do you see how they worded it? Let me word this for you. Eliminates certain road repair and transportation funding. It requires certain fuel taxes and vehicle fees be approved by the electorate. Are you friggin' kidding me? Repeal the gas tax. No. Vote yes on 6. Repeal the gas tax. Eliminate it. Yes. Eliminate. Vote yes on 6. You don't want... What have they done for you with all the tax money? Have they fixed the roads? Have they fixed the transportation? No. Come on, people. See how insidious they are? They make that all nice and pretty with frosting on top. Nice chocolate frosting. Unbelievable. 7. Conforms California daylight savings time to federal law. Allows legislature to change daylight saving time period legislative statute. I don't care one way or the other. Number 8, Proposition 8, regulates amount outpatient kidney dialysis clinics charge for dialysis treatment initiative statute. Okay, requires rebates and penalties if charges exceed limit. Requires annual reporting to the state. Prohibits clinics from refusing to treat patients based on payment source. Fiscal impact. Overall annual effect on state and local governments ranging from net positive impact in the low tens of millions of dollars to net negative impact to tens of millions of dollars. Oh boy. You know something? I got to vote yes on this one, guys. I got to vote yes on this one because people that are on kidney dialysis, they're at the last stages of their life, guys. And I got to vote yes on 8. 9. On July 18, 2018, Proposition 9 was removed from the ballot by order of the Supreme Court. Yeah, well, what was Proposition 9? What do they got that wrapped up in? Okay? Yes, it's gone. Thank you. Proposition 10. Expands local government's authority to enact rent control. No! You don't want rent control. Property owners, don't vote for this. If you rent out your duplex, if you rent out your converted garage that the city is allowed for you to convert to rent to people like in the city of Santa Monica, then you're allowing the state to regulate how much you can spend and charge for that rent. I am dead set against rent control. I've always been anti-rent control. No. Rent control is social communism. Let the market bear what it bears. Okay? It'll absorb it. It'll come down. No rent control. Thank you. Proposition 11 requires private sector emergency ambulance employees to remain on call during work breaks. Eliminate certain employer liability initiative statute. No! Don't they get a break? They don't have to remain on call. Thank you very much. How stupid. Hire some more ambulance guys. 12. Establishes new standards for confinement of specified farm animals. Bans sale of non-compliant products. Initiative in state. Okay, what is this? Establishes minimum requirements for confirming certain farm animals. Confining certain farm animals. Prohibits sales of meat and egg products from animals confined in non-compliant manner. Fiscal impact. Potential decrease in state income tax revenues from farm businesses, likely not more than several $1,000,000. State costs up to $10 million in taxes. A yes vote on this measure means there would be new minimum requirements on farmers to provide more space for egg-laying hens. No! They're animals! Thank you! Oh, I just got the animal people pissed off at me, didn't I? No! The state needs to tax what they can tax. Just not overtax. That's the problem. With some of these taxes, they're just overtax burden. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Something else I wanted to go over here on the Jesse T Show as I cover this state for the state of California, November 6th. Okay, let's look at the candidates. U.S. Senate. No on De Leon. He came across, he illegally got his family across the border. But look what we get. Frankenstein. I'm just not going to vote. That's it. I'm not going to vote for Frankenstein, and I'm not going to vote for the criminal. They're both criminals. Which one is the less criminal? I'll deal with Frankenstein, because at least I know what she's about. No on De Leon, man. He gets his family over here. Fake Social Security cards. Fake licenses. Okay. Governor John Cox. Get rid of Gruesome Newsom. State Secretary of State candidate. Well, I like Alex Padilla. I've known Alex Padilla for a long time, but they just blew a DMV thing where a bunch of 1,500 people got illegal licenses out of the DMV and they weren't citizens. Sorry, Alex, you're gone. Republican Mark Mauser. Got to vote for Mark Mauser. Yes, thank you. What can I tell you? Controller. Oh, boy. Scantinos Rodidis. I got to vote him just because I don't like Democrats. The state's got to break up this Democratic posse. I'll vote Republican any chance I can to get away from these demon crazy Democrats. Treasurer. Greg Colon. Greg Colon. Yes, Republican. Absolutely. Greg Colon. Yeah, I'm voting the party line, guys. California's got to have some changes. They've got to have some changes. California is so messed up. It's unbelievable. Attorney General. Stephen Bailey. Thank you. Yes, Stephen Bailey. Becerra is terrible. Insurance Commissioner. Oh, boy. Steve Poizner. He's got no party preference. I'd rather vote him than a Democrat. Thank you. Board of Equalization. Superintendent of Public Instruction. Yeah, I haven't got a choice on that. Okay, guys. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover here for November 6th. We got to vote November 6th. We got to vote. You got to get out and vote. And we got to vote Republican, guys. You got to vote Republican. You cannot vote demon crazy Democrats. You can't do it. You can't give them the House. You can't give them the Senate. You can't do it. We are going so great in this country right now, military-wise. We're going so great on the international scene with respect. We're going so great on the economic front. We're going so great on cutting back regulations and destroying the Obama thick, juicy regulation pile. We're going so great at cutting down welfare and EBT, and most of those people are white. We're getting those people back to jobs. We're going so great on unemployment and getting jobs back in this country. We're doing so great about reestablishing America as the greatest the world has ever seen. We're doing so great on being able to help our citizens by opening up different areas that they couldn't get jobs in timber, natural gas, oil, in the energy areas. We're doing so great in terms of renegotiating these trade agreements, NAFTA with Mexico and Canada, getting rid of TARP, taking our money back from Iran. We're doing so great in backing Israel. We're doing so great in establishing the truth for once, and not this political correctness. I love Donald Trump's straightforwardness. I don't care if he's crass and abrasive. Maybe that's what we needed in this country, not this political correct pussy talk that we've had since Clinton. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm sorry I used that word. Bunch of sissy talk. Political correctness. I hate it. Let's get straight to it. Let's call it what it is. And if your skin ain't thick enough, grow some thick skin. Thank you. Sorry. We're doing so great at busting down these terrible groups that are causing race riots and social uneasiness. We got to get our education back. We got to drop Common Core. That's never going to happen if the Congress goes back and the Senate goes back. We've got to make sure we pile up 3 or 4 conservative justices in the Supreme Court. Yes, absolutely. We are doing so great, man. Why would you want to stop that? We're doing so great repelling illegal aliens from coming to this country. You know, the largest group of immigrants coming to this country now are not Hispanic or Latinos. They're Asian. The difference is they're coming here legally. They're coming here legally. Because they can't walk across the Pacific Ocean. Why would we want to stop this momentum? I have no idea why you'd want to stop this momentum. Are you better off financially than you were 2 years ago? How does your 401k look? You think that happened just because of snap of the fingers? How does your retirement accounts look, ladies and gentlemen? You know, more people are starting to advance in their jobs by quitting jobs and getting a better paying job because they're confident. Companies are hiring so many people, it's unbelievable. Steelworkers are about ready to get a giant raise, according to the Steelworkers Union. We need to put Hillary Clinton in jail and Slick Willie Billy. We need to put Obama in jail too. Unfortunately, neither one of those are ever going to happen. And you know what else we need to put in jail? Bush 1 before he dies and Bush 2. Thank you very much. Or did Bush 1 die already? I can't quite remember. I hate him so much. Can't stand either one of those nincompoops. I think he passed away. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Did he? No, he didn't. Who died recently? Was that Bush 1? No, he didn't die. Can't quite remember. Well, Bush 2 needs to get thrown in jail. Oh no, Senator John Traitorous McCain died. That's right. Unfortunately, that'll never happen. The cabal, global elitists, the progressive social communists. Why would anybody in their right mind would want socialism in this country? Socialism is just a fancy word for communism. That's what Lenin said. Did you know that Lenin created the word liberal in socialism? Did you know that? So he could get it across to his nation? Yeah, did you know that? Bet you didn't. Why would anybody want a socialist commie nation? Why would anybody in the right... Oh, because they're so young and they don't know anything. Because they're dumb and stupid, or stupid and dumb, one or the other. Because they don't read, they don't know. Just go back in history. Gosh darn it, you don't even have to. Just look at Venezuela. Do you know how rich that nation... That's an oil nation. You know how much oil... They got some of the largest reserves in the North American continent. They can't even feed their people now. Socialism doesn't work. Never has, never will. Wake up, young people. Capitalism, the American way. God, country, a white fence and a yellow house and a Chevy in the driveway. Apple pie and mama working and daddy working. Yeah. The Brown Beauty is off duty. This is the Jesse T Show. Love you, man. We got a big week next week. The great actor Armin Ansante is checking in on Wednesday on the Jesse T Show. And Gino, a terrific Latino director, Gutierrez, I believe that's his last name. I get it mixed up all the time. I'm sorry, Gino. But he's checking in. Man, he is blowing up with films that are crossing over every which way but loose. I love it. So next week's got a big week in store for us. We want you to join us here on the Jesse T Show. Dan the Man, we love you. We're going to be out with Dan the Man here coming up. A busy end of the month. Dan the Man and I are going to be out on the road. On the road again, doing some road tripping. Red carpets and premieres and some cool stuff coming up. So hey, for Dan the Man, for Lee Baby Michaels, and yours truly, the Brown Beauty, Jesse T, I'm out of here. See ya. Vote Republican.